In this video, we talk about a dilemma in policy making. Should a check bounce be treated as a criminal offense? The Ministry of Finance wants to decriminalize a few minor offenses listed under 39 sections of 19 different acts to attract investments. Their rationale is simple: if the government decriminalizes a few petty things, it'll do wonders for the ease of doing business in India. It might also allow the country's overburdened courts to deal with more important pressing matters. Now, the most popular offense in this list is tucked away in Section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act, 1881, more commonly known as a times check bounce case. Point by. A check bounce is when the bank can't process the said check. Why can't a bank process it, you ask? Well, you could attribute it to multiple things. Maybe the signature on the check doesn't tally. Maybe the check is damaged. Maybe the figures are overwritten, or maybe the dates are inaccurate. The list goes on. But more often than not, a check bounces when the issuer doesn't have the requisite funds deposited in the account. And if a check bounces this way, or because of a few other reasons prescribed under Section 138, then it becomes a criminal offense, not a civil offense, where you get penalized for your transgressions and then left alone, but a criminal offense where you could be imprisoned for up to 2 years and fined a hefty amount. The only problem with this scheme, these cases go on and on and on and on and on and. You get the point. According to the 213th Law Commission report, there are about 40 lakh check bounce cases pending today. Think about the sheer volume for a second. Even if all the courts in India pooled all their resources together to clear this logjam, it would still take many years to dispose of all the cases. So clearly, there's a need to expedite the process. But here's the thing. You could attribute a part of the problem to semantics alone. Right now, if you want to take an individual to court for disowning a check payment, you'll have to initiate a separate case for each and every check that's bounced. So it's inevitable that you will see the total number of cases explode, since most accused have a tendency to issue more than one check. Ergo, the total number of pending cases is not necessarily a reflection of the true scope of litigation. The second major issue rests within the accused. According to one study, more than half the pending cases are pending due to the absence of the accused. I spoke to a couple of lawyers asking them how long it takes to dispose of a case. The answers varied from 2 years to 15 years, depending on whether the accused is prompt in attending the hearings. So if there's no recourse to nudge the accused to show up, the problem will fester. It's as simple as that. The third problem is the nature of the offense itself. So the state's law enforcement agencies play no part in investigating or prosecuting the accused. It's up to you to prove your case. And building a case replete with evidence and witnesses takes time, and there's really no way around it. So you could argue that criminalizing this offense hasn't helped in expediting redressal. And since it's not aiding the redressal process in any meaningful way, the government ought to decriminalize the offense altogether. As the Ministry of Finance puts it, the risk of imprisonment for actions or omissions that are necessarily fraudulent or the outcome of malafide intent is a big hurdle in attracting investments. The ensuing uncertainty in legal processes and the time taken for resolution in the courts hurt ease of doing business. Not everybody is convinced that this is a prudent move, though. After all, jail time is a pretty good deterrent. Financial institutions still rely on post-dated check because it provides a safety margin like no other. Nobody likes to be tagged as a criminal, so it's quite likely the issuer of the post-dated check will come good on his obligation. If this turns into a civil offense, I'm not sure businesses and institutions will view post-dated check the same way anymore. And finally, as Ajit Ranade, an economist and a senior fellow at the Takshashila Institution, wrote recently, http www.livemint.com, opinion columns, a bounce check should remain a criminal offense. 11592237875682.html. A bounce check is equivalent to paying in fake currency, a much more serious crime. It also amounts to cheating, since the receiver is under the false impression that there are sufficient funds in the issuer's bank. Hence, check bouncing cannot be equated with a minor non-compliance or a procedural lapse. It should remain a criminal offense. There you have it. That's the issue here. Thanks for watching this video. Be a part of our ever-growing community. Please like, share, comment this video. Press the bell icon to get instant updates from our channel.